We are we are starting in 5 minutes. You can join in 5 minutes. Everyone is requested to keep their phones on silent mode, please. Good morning and a very warm welcome to our distinguished dignitaries, esteemed guests, learned academicians, and participants joining us from across the globe. Today we gather virtually to explore a frontier that is redefining human interaction itself. Welcome to the International Conference on AI and Social Sciences. Disruptions and Innovations organized by the Amity School of Communication, Amity University, Madhya Pradesh. Today, we are not just discussing algorithms. We are here to explore the radical connection between social sciences and artificial intelligence. We aim to critically analyze how AI is reshaping our world. To seek the blessings of Goddess of Knowledge, let us commence this intellectual journey with the Saraswati Vandana. I request everyone to join us in the spirit. To officially open this forum, I would like to invite Dr. Aditya Kumar Shukla Sir, officiating Head of Institute, Amity School of Communication. Sir is a media educational professional with 15 years of experience in teaching, research, administration, and industry. He has created a course for Swayam platform in collaboration with IIM Bangalore. He has worked as the founder editor of the Journal of Content, Community and Communication, a Scopus Index journal. With that, I would like to invite you, sir, to deliver the introduction to the conference and the welcome address.
There is some audio disruption, just please check. आवाज नहीं आ रही आपकी आदित्य?
Sir, now it's clear?
No, yes.
Yeah.
And there's some echo also.
Okay. So, again, sorry for the interruption. I will again start. A very good morning to one and all. Respected dignitaries joined online. Honorable Vice Chancellor, Sir, Professor Dr. R.S. Tomar, esteemed Chief Guest, Dr. Nirmal Adhikari, Guest of Honor, Dr. Dhaval Mehta, distinguished speakers, respected colleagues, researchers, participants, and dear students joining us from different parts of India and across the globe. Warm greetings to all of you. On behalf of Amity School of Communication, Amity University, Madhya Pradesh, it is my proud privilege to welcome you all to the International Conference on AI and Social Sciences Research, Disruptions and Innovations. We are truly honored by your presence and participation in the significant academic gathering. The overwhelming response to this conference reflects the growing relevance of artificial intelligence and its transformative impact on social science research, policymaking, media, communication, governance, and society at large. In today's rapidly evolving world, artificial intelligence is not merely a technological advancement, it is a paradigm shift. It challenges existence research frameworks while simultaneously opening new avenues for innovation, interdisciplinary collaboration, and critical inquiry. This conference has been conceptualized as a platform to deliberate upon these disruptions, examine ethical and methodological concerns, and explore innovative research possibilities at the interaction of AI and social sciences. We are deeply privileged to have with us eminent scholars, academicians, and thought leaders from renowned institutions in India and abroad, whose insights will greatly enrich our discussions and deliberations throughout the day. I extend my heartfelt gratitude to our Honorable Vice Chancellor for his constant guidance and support, to our distinguished chief guest and guest of honor for sparing the valuable time, and to all the participants who have contributed to making this conference academically vibrant and meaningful. I sincerely hope that today's sessions will inspire new ideas, foster meaningful collaborations, and contribute constructively to the evolving discourse on AI and social science research. I once again welcome you to this conference. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir, for setting the context so effectively. We are privileged to be guided by a visionary leader who constantly encourages innovation, and research excellence. Now, I take up this responsibility to introduce you all to Professor Dr. R.S. Tomar, sir, Honorable Vice Chancellor of Amity University, Madhya Pradesh. He has served as the Vice Chancellor of IES University, Bhopal also. He was founding campus head of Amity Gwalior campus. He was the director and head of Amity Institute of Biotechnology, Dean Life Sciences, and Dean Academics, Amity University, Madhya Pradesh. Sir has more than 33 years of teaching, research, and administrative experience in higher education in varied disciplines of science, including life sciences. Professor Sir is actively engaged in teaching, research, and innovation. His research interests include nanobiotechnology, microbiology, herbal medicine, cancer biology, animal biotechnology, and environmental biotechnology. He has, to his credit, in more than 150 research papers published in various national and international journals of repute. He has filed 27 patents, of which 26 have been published in the Patent Journal of India. 2 patents have been granted and another one are under the process for grant. Sir has published more than 35 books published by national and international publishers. Recently, a book entitled Nanobiotechnology, Concepts and Application in Health, Agriculture and Environment, edited by him with co-editors, have been published by Apple Academic Press, Florida, USA. He has delivered lectures in more than 75 national and international seminars, symposia, conferences and workshops. He is member of various national and international scientific bodies and reviewer and editor of national and international journals. Recently, he has been elected as a fellow member of the Royal Society of Biology, London. With that note, I would like to invite you, sir, to address the gathering.
Thank you very much. Am I audible to you all?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. The chief guest of this international conference, Professor Dr. Nirmala Amani Adhikari, who is from Kathmandu University, Nepal. The guest of honor, Professor Dr. Dhaval Mehta from Veer Narmada University, Gujarat, Surat. Pro VC Dr. M.P. Kaushik, Registrar Dr. Rajesh Jain, organizer of this conference, Dr. Aditya Kumar Sukla, the head of MIT School of Communications, faculty members of ESCO, researchers, dear student participants who are joining us online from various parts of the globe. A very good morning and warm welcome to all of you on this international conference on AI and social science research, disruptions and innovations. Participants, in today's world, is the time of research and innovation. So whenever you research anything, then you come out with some solutions, and that solution becomes the innovation. So research is everywhere, be it humanities, the sciences, engineering, finances, everywhere you find some or other sort of research is going on. And as far as AI is concerned, AI is spreading its wings everywhere. So the conference covered a wide range of critical areas, including innovations in social sciences, research methodologies, I'm talking, because this is particularly having the relevance with research in social sciences. So AI's role in teaching and learning, its impact on governance and public administration, and its transformative influence on the news production, especially communication ecosystems and content generation, is widespread now. If we talk about the significance of AI in social sciences, you will see that the artificial intelligence is a growing field. It is on the verge of transforming the social sciences. That is offering new ecospheres to study different human activities and various societal behaviors. However, the potential impact of AI for research and policy is significant. The large database can be analyzed in detail. Complex patterns might be uncovered with data-driven algorithm, while model-based predictions are produced. You know this. So AI can provide some of the most transformative contributions when it is used to reveal insights from vast amount of social data. So the role of AI in social sciences is not merely to be treated as a technological improvement. In fact, it represents a new way of perceiving and studying the complexity of human, social, and societal interactions and constellations. This integrated method, that is AI, enables social scientists to obtain various insights about AI from this interdisciplinary perspective, raising crucial ethical and economic considerations that must be addressed to ensure responsible use of AI. That is very important that we should talk about the responsible use of AI in today's context. So AI technologies, especially machine learning and big data analytics, have proven to be useful in social sciences, allowing researchers to dig into large-scale database to reveal patterns that are otherwise inaccessible through traditional methods. There are various positive social impacts of AI. These may include improving the education, addressing bias, enhancing public services, empowering healthcare delivery, supporting climate action, and promoting economic development. So these are some of the important applications that can be considered in the social science researches. As far as disruptions are concerned, disruptions are very important for innovation. Whenever there is any hurdle, any problem, then we talk of some innovation to overcome the situation. So disruptions are part of parcel of the research innovation. The most important disruptions in social science research may be the data analysis, that AI can process large data sets, identifying patterns and trends that human might miss. Then predictive modeling. So AI can predict social phenomena like election outcomes or economic trends going on in the country, national, international level. Then automated data collection. The AI-powered tool gather data from social media, surveys, and various other sources so that you can collect the data. And network analysis, very important. The AI analyzes complex social networks, revealing insights into relationships and influence. So these are some of the important disruptions which are actually the base for the innovations. Now, as far as the innovations in social sciences are concerned, I can say it can be the natural language processing, NLP, which you say. So AI analyzes text data like social media posts or news articles Other innovation may be machine learning, AI that identifies patterns in data, improving research accuracy. Image and video analysis can also be done. So AI very well analyze the visual data, like even the satellite images can be analyzed by the AI and can reach to some inferences. Social media videos can also be analyzed through the AI. One more aspect is simulation modeling. So you simulate something in the laboratory and get the results. So AI simulates social scenarios, testing hypotheses and predicting outcomes. So without going into the real scenario, you can simulate some of the models and can reach to some of the conclusions. So at last, I should say the sessions in this conference, that is International Conference on AI and Social Science Research, Disruptions and Innovations, will facilitate meaningful dialogue between academia, industry, and policymakers, ensuring a holistic engagement with both disruptions and innovation brought by the AI. The diversity of perspectives strengthens the conference's role as bridge between researchers and practitioners. MIT University Madhya Pradesh, as such, reinforced its commitment to interdisciplinary research, academic excellence, and promotion of responsible and ethical innovations. That is very important. We talk a lot about the ethics and values. In our ESCO department only, we are having a center for fake detection. So we are very much concerned about this particular aspect. The conference enhanced institutional visibility, fostered cross-border academic collaborations, and provided rich opportunities for knowledge exchange. I hope this conference will provide the platform where you can share and get ideas for betterment of society with the help of AI. With these words, I would like to conclude once again. I welcome you all and I wish the best for this conference for the grand success. Thank you very much. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Thank you so much, sir, for the wonderful and engaging address. Our next distinguished speaker joins us from the Department of Business and Industrial Management, VNS Gujarat University, Surat. Please welcome our guest, Professor Dr. Dhaval Mehta. Dr. Dhaval Mehta is a professor of management with over 23 years of academic and professional experience, an alumnus of the prestigious Indian Institute of Management, Ahmedabad. He holds a PhD in management and has trained more than 20,000 professionals, academicians, and government officials in advanced data analysis, research methodology, and analytical tools. He has authored several influential books, including Business Analytics Value Chain, Data Analysis using Minitab, Statistical Analysis using R, and Machine Learning using RRETL. His latest work, Don't Rest on Your Laurels, reflect his deep commitment to helping individuals overcome complacency, embrace lifelong learning, and sustain meaningful growth. With a unique blend of academic rigor and practical wisdom, Dr. Mehta empowers readers and learners to transform past success into stepping stones for future impact. On that note, I would like to invite Dr. Mehta to share his valuable perspective on AI agents from foundation to autonomy. Sir, you are not audible.
Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are audible.
Okay. Sharing the screen with all of you. Is screen visible?
Yes, sir. It's visible.
I'll request students to please keep all your gadgets aside for at least 20 minutes and see what is going to happen next. We'll start with a very simple story. This story you must have uh, gone through in your second or third standards, right? So it's the same story in which there is a cap seller going in the jungle selling the cap, and when this cap seller throws the cap, the monkey also does the same thing. Okay, but after years together, this cap seller has a son, and he is also into the same business. He goes into the jungle, and again the same thing happens. So this son recalls that what was the wisdom which was given by the father that you should throw the cap. So he does that. He throws the cap, but astonishingly, the monkey does not throw. Can you tell the reason? Can you tell the reason? The reason is very simple. One monkey replied, "Our father told us the story and advised not to throw the caps and become wiser now." This is what is happening. The systems are becoming intelligent. And why they are becoming intelligent? What is the science behind it? Let's understand. See, a few months ago, a researcher in California asked AI model to plan a surprise birthday dinner for her friend. Now, this AI will scan everything, and on that basis, the order will be placed. So that's a turning point when AI stops waiting for instructions and start acting with intent. You did not understand the case. See, I'm ordering something, and based on all my let's say medical reports, all the routes which are available, all the busy routes, it orders on its own that this is the best thing which you should do. It optimizes. And that comes a picture of agentic AI. So at present, we are working in the time frame, we are working in the era of we are writing something and we are getting answers. It's a chatbot prompting which we are doing. There are very few AI agents which have been developed, such as N8N, Zapier, Make, Flowwise.com. But in the coming times, you will see more and more AI agents. I'll also tell you the opportunities where you should divert all your energies, all your resources, because you are going to lead next. So AI is learning to reason, plan, and act in the world, not just to talk about it. You are using ChatGPT, you are using Gemini, they are just chatbots. Nothing. They don't have the power to react. We want them to give the autonomy that you take the optimum decision. This is what we mean by agentic AI that acts with purpose, not just reacts with output. So, what exactly is this agents? See, a beginner sees one move at a time. A grandmaster sees five moves ahead, patterns, consequences, and possibilities. Now, imagine a system that can do all this, and it is available in finance, medicine, creative problem solving, everywhere. It can do it. We can create the agents. We can just by analyzing the body. We don't have to go for the multiple reports. Just clear one scan, everything is done, and you will get the result that you have to go for this thing. Nothing else. More intelligent systems are necessary. Now, why is it that the intelligent systems are necessity of the time? Because the disease, don't see, we all have passed through this COVID times, and we know that the diseases are also evolving. A new disease are coming into the world, and we have to understand that what type of this and what is the remedy, what is the course of action which can be there. And if we take years on it, it's not going to work. So we require AI systems which can shrink and tell us that this is the disease and this is a vaccine. So we want to shrink the vaccination experiments time also. So a calculator follows your formula, a chatbot follows your prompt, but an agent follows your intention. So this was a dream which was of Samuel Butler, that our machines were imagined, that there will be machines someday which will surpass the human intelligence. And we are all fortunate, we are all fortunate that we have seen this time in which the machines have become more intelligent. So the building blocks were in 1950s. This is, we'll keep this later on. I want to explain what the thinking process was. See, initially, all the programming languages were based on some rules that if this happens, then this is the output. Okay. But if user is slightly annoyed by pretending to be polite, then respond empathetically with mild humor, rule-based systems crumbled under complexity. So if we try to understand by a rule-based system, we are going to fail miserably. How many rules we will create? That was a time period that the scientists, the academicians realized that if we want to grow, let's allow the machine to teach them on their own. So can we make machines learn it by themselves? And therefore, that was a paradigm shift from rule-based to machine learning to deep learning and LLMs. I started my career with as a statistician in 2008. I have seen the evolvement of the data science, how machine learn came into the picture, how deep learn influenced, and finally how LLM is influencing. So if the image has four legs at first, it's probably a dog. This is the time of the algorithm. This is the time of the problem solving, which was available before 6-7 years. The identification process, the classification process, the segmentation process, that's gone. That's gone. Everything is gone now. Now we want something that AI takes a decision on it. You just give the image and it will tell you, I've seen million pictures available. I know a dog when I see one, even upside down in sunglasses. That's the change which has happened. We have came long way and we have to go long way. So the foundation models which were there has been replaced by the developmental models, which are rule-based, algorithm revival, expert systems, innovation stagnation, and at present we are into the generative AI. Everywhere there is a buzzword AI, AI, and AI. But what to learn? Is there any specific tool which you should learn? There are no specific tools for AI. Students, please understand, there are no specific tools for the AI. Depending upon your requirement, you have to customize. You have to handpick the tools which can suit your requirement. I want to create image, I should learn Google Nano Banana. If I want to create the video, I should learn. And there is a range of things which are available for you to learn and make your career. Most of the time, it's always a thing that you miss the bus. But students, this is the first time I'm telling you that the bus is coming, get ready, train yourself, select the area in which you want to work. Then I want to be an expert in the image creation. I want to be an expert in the audio creation with AI. I want to be an expert in video creation using an AI with agents. Okay. So rule-based converted into the machine learning, generative AI, and agentic. So what actually this agentic AI is? It's like a brain which continuously perceives, act, and connect with the environment, and on that basis, it gives the feedback. So the intelligence does not exist in isolation. It emerges in the interaction between an agent and its environment. I hope I am audible. Hello. Am I audible, no? All of you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So the environment is everything outside the agent, like data, sensors, users, or even the internet. Agent perceives the signals, reasons internally, and acts to change an environment in its favor. Every action changes what it will perceive next, and that's where the learning begins. So now it was a time that we give the reasoning what to do. So it could label a cat, but not a plan a day. So we had a machines that I can identify that this is a cat and this is a chair. But it could not predict your next word, and not understand your intent. So it was necessary that we come out with something in which the reasoning element is also added and action element is also added. You must have read the book, all of you must have read the book, The Homo sapiens, in which you will know Harari says that humans dominated the planet because we could create shared beliefs, money, religion, nations, and corporates. So these were not the physical realities, they were social realities. AI has entered into the space. So AI has answers, AI is for meaning, AI is for giving the guidance, AI is for the approval, AI is for everything. So let's proceed what we are trying to do. Are humans also agents? Yes, we are also agents. Whatever we are perceiving, on that basis we are reacting, and on that basis we are taking the decision. We want to bring something which is at this level. Okay, we want to bring something which is at this level. So what are the type of the agents which you must have seen? All this. We start with a very basic thing, reactive agents, a thermostat which you are using. It senses the temperature compared to targets, turn on of the something like an AC. But it does not have any memory. It does not have any memory. Now think that if I introduce the memory into this, what is the memory? That every day Mr. John will wake up at 8 and I should be ready with the hot tea. So I'm introducing a memory element into it. So AI agents are having memory. Model-based agents, a robot vacuum like Roomba. It maps your home, remembers where the furniture and plans efficient cleaning paths. Goal-based agents, a self-driving car deciding between the routes. Utility agents, these agents evaluate outcomes and pick up the most rewarding one. A trading bot balancing risk versus profit and will choose the move that maximizes expected utilities. See, there are technical analysis, there are fundamental analysis. This will be replaced. This will be replaced completely, and the portfolio optimization decisions will be taken by the algorithm. Learning agents, these are the ones that improve over time. They don't just follow the fixed rules, they adapt. They learn. Just like from our story of the monkey, they start learning, right? So there are two types of agents. One is deterministic and another is a stochastic. A chessboard is a predictable. Every move leads to a known outcome. But the stock market is a pure chaos, and that's stochastic. Episodic versus sequential. A spam filter makes one decision at a time. But a self-driving car, every turn depends on the last one. Static versus dynamic. A puzzle is statistic. The real world with humans, traffic, and tweets, very dynamic. Discrete. A robot that chooses left, right, stop operates discretely. But one controlling joint angles or speed deals in a continuous space. It's easy to build an agent for a tic-tac-toe game, but try one for Twitter. That's very chaos. So this is what we have evolved. It started somewhere in 2000. And believe me, we used to run this command XGBoost and GetBoost in R. And it has been replaced with the model.
Sir, we can't hear you. You are not audible.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are audible now.
I will give you some example. See this. task. What AI agents are doing. See, I am in London. Do I need umbrella today? LLM will start working, select the tools, weather report. It communicates with the tools. Again, it gives you the response. Yes, you should carry an umbrella. It's likely to rain today. So that's a response. So how AI agent works? AI agent has the one basic function, that is memory. Is it clear? It has the memory. But still we have missed out one thing, and that is the connectivity with the tools. Students, please understand. See, up till now we were having the chatbots, which can give you the response. But this is what we want is the memory, the reactivity, and the connectivity with the tools that was completely missing. And that particular thing was that link was filled with something which is known as a lang chain. Lang chain came into the picture. Just a minute. So the lang chain is the orchestra for intelligence. The AI agent is a conductor. Conductor means this is a person. Okay. And it will tell you that who should play which instrument when. So its job is to decide which tool which should play at which moment to achieve the goal, the instruments, right? But the lang chain provides the script, sequence, and the coordination pattern in which this tool should be utilized. That's lang chain. First thing in which you can build up your career is start learning lang chain. So what are these layman terms? AI agent is the conductor, makes decision, chooses when to act, coordinates everything. Tools, API models, these are the musical instruments like Python, memory, LLMs. Line chain is the sheet music, stage arrangement, framework that organizes which tools play when, in what order, and how. Prompts, the musical notes, instructions that tell agent how to perform actions. Memories, the conductor's awareness of the previous movements, right? And help maintain context, consistency, and continuity. So basically, this memory is for understanding what type of blog you are writing, what type of videos you are publishing. So it is like your personal assistant who knows all your taste. Planner, critic, executor, and loop. So these are rehearsals, adjustments, fine tuning of performance, helps the agent refine, check, and improve the actions. Now, how LangChain works. If I give a goal, summarize a PDF, and send result to WhatsApp, LLM reads and summarizes, that's a violin. PDF parser that extracts the text. WhatsApp API sends the message, the LangChain arranges the sequence. Agent makes the decision if PDF is large, unclear, or missing. Without LangChain, there will be a lot of chaos that what should be the sequence. Now, under the hood, there are three layers which are working. The first one is a reasoning layer, the brain, strategist. This is where LLM leaves its plans, reasons, and decides what to do next. Planning layer is the executive, search, analyze, summarize, and that's a project manager. Execution layer, it uses APIs, databases, or tools to carry out those plans. Now, what is the difference between AI agents and agentic AI? Are they same or are they different? No, they are different. AI agent is a single agent which is reacting or rather perceiving the environment. Now, just imagine that you are having multiple agents working from the hub. Think of it. What can happen? So, AI agents, generative AI, and agentic AI. The core function is AI agents are in decision making. Generative AI, content generation. Whatever at present which you are doing, content generation, creating images, creating videos, that is not. If you talk about the technology, that is not your task. Your task is to create the agents. If you can create a good image, that's not your task. Your task is to create the agents which can understand the requirement of your customer, and you can give the customized solution. That is, in this scenario, this agents will work. So this is what as a technological expert is expected from you. So what is necessity is the autonomy. We want to give the autonomy. Input style, environmental signals. Here is a human prompt, goal or task. Output, actions and decisions. This everybody can do. Anybody can do at present, creating text, image, code. This is so simple now. Your task or your requirement is here, creating agentic AI. Multi-step results, check it, do the beta testing, that even in the worst scenario, are these agents able to take the best decisions or not? Clear? This is reasoning ability. It's symbolic, statistical pattern, and here combined reasoning plus planning. We require the huge task force all over the world to understand this particular space. And it's not easy. Why it's not easy? Because it's not a simple maths, it's not simple statistics. It's something which is the English. The requirement is English. Now, why is it so complicated? Let's understand. Am I audible, all of you? Am I audible?
Audible.
Am I audible now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You're audible.
Okay. Now, why is it so complex in comparison to the language, the computer language which were there? Because it does not have some rules. It is how finished English language you are aware about it. So the Daniel Kahneman, who has written this book, Thinking Fast and Slow Movement, there are two systems. The system one is fast, emotional, and impulsive. And system two is slow, rational, and deliberate. Please, students, listen. The system one is fast, emotional, and impulsive. And system two is slow, rational, and deliberate. What has happened? You all are using this generative AI. Students, you are all using this generative AI. And because of this using generative AI, your system one is completely hijacked. Completely hijacked. Let's understand again. System one is fast, emotional, and impulsive in your brain. System two is slow, rational, and deliberate. Just see your grandparents. Okay, they will be reacting very slowly. They will understand the situation. They will not answer immediately. They will take some time to respond. They can wait in the queues. But you people, for you as a technology, you have seen the technology, you react immediately. And therefore, what has happened is the system one, you want the results immediately. So system one has been hijacked. So generative AI has hijacked your system one. And because of this, what is happening is you will not be able to create system two, which requires slow, rational, deliberate thinking. Okay? What is system one? I will give you the example. And have we seen the system one? Yes. System one is in Gmail. It finishes our sentences. It predicts our preferences. It nudges our buying decision. It saves our beliefs faster than we consciously analyze. So that has been completely hijacked. And when system one is hijacked, society changes without society realizing it. We are not realizing that a thing has happened. Something has happened. We are not able to realize it. Technology has given speed, students, but we have lost patience. We don't have patience. And because of this, we will not be able to create good agentic AI. We will have, because agentic AI will require a lot of patience in beta testing. Okay, shall I proceed? When intelligence takes action, who bears the responsibility? Who will take the responsibility? So the shift is, with great power comes a great responsibility. You have to be now very careful. Computers did what we told them line by line, command by command. But now we are building systems that decide, not just execute. An agent can plan its own steps, recall the past experience, and act on its own reasoning. That's extraordinary, but it's also unnerving, isn't it? Right? Now, the ethical compass, who decides what's right? Let's say that the company loses the investment of the investors, and there is a blame which is given to the algorithm, to AI agents. So it's challenging the existing laws. Who will bear the responsibility? The plane crash, and and the companies will say it is because of the algorithm, the wrong algorithm which was working. Is it? We have completely shifted our responsibility from humans to machines. I'm trying to make you aware about the second side. Complete shift in the responsibility is there. So a financial agent makes a risky trade, a medical agent suggesting a wrong diagnosis, a research agent generating a false citations. These are not bugs. They are the consequences of autonomy when you give too much autonomy to anything. So when a system starts reasoning independently, the old ruled book of accountability gets blurry. I also assess the supplementary of the students. And in last 2 years, for one particular question, I get the different shades of answer. And now what is correct is a big question mark. And now what we are going to face is AI slopping, SLOPING, AI slopping. At present, whatever knowledge which is being generated on LLM, on your chat GPT, it is through something which is a good source because they have been uploaded the authentic source. But what will happen after 10, 15 years? You are going on uploading the thing without any guardrails, without any check, without any inspection, without any audit. And these are being uploaded on the web. And after 10, 15 years, the new content which will be generated, which will be totally adulterated and will not be able to identify as what was our original history, what was the original experiment, what was the original language. This is going to happen. Let's see. Okay. In the case of court trials, who will become the party? The three guiding principles: transparency. Any AI agents which you make, it should have a transparency. That just like student defending the thesis, AI should be able to defend the reasoning. Alignment. The agent's goal must align with human intents. Human intent. You don't want your cleaning robot optimizing for cleanest possible room. You are giving the command that the room should be cleanest, and it will throw you also out of the window because I want the clean room. I have made an AI agent. There is a pandemic which is going on. Please, remedy to wipe off the pandemic. And this AI agent gives me the solution. Kill all the humans. Is it a solution? No, it's not a solution. It's not a solution. So continual oversight. Autonomy does not mean absence of control. Just as pilot supervises the autopilot, we must remain the final layer of the responsibility. So the future agents are collaborators, not your replacement. Okay? It's just like an intelligent systems. which can collaborate and which can give you the optimum decision, not your replacement. AI tutors that understand each learner's journey and adapt teaching styles. AI researchers that collaborate to form hypotheses from millions of papers. AI scientists that run autonomous experiments in physics or biology. AI companions that help elderly remember and manage daily life. You all must be using some model for the assignments or all these things. Students, my humble request is whatever you generate, at least read. Because until and unless you will not you don't read, it's not going to pass through your cognitive mind. And and if your cognitive mind is not trained, can you tell me what is going to happen next? Anybody? Anybody can talk with me? Can you tell me what is going to happen next if your cognitive minds are not developed? Anybody? Can they talk with me? If your cognitive minds are not going to develop, what can happen? Just tell me.
Maybe we'll solely rely on AI then. We'll not be able to think on our capability and we'll just depend on AI rather than thinking on our own.
This is very normal. This is going to happen. But what will happen? That's fine. But what will happen? What's going to happen? What's going to happen? Believe me, you will be requiring AI for so small, minuscule problems, which our generation was able to solve so easily because the cognitive brains have not developed. Okay, so try to understand whatever your faculties give assignment, even if it is generated, have a discussion among yourself to develop your cognitive brain for reasoning purpose. You should do it. Okay. Again, sharing a screen. So it's not a man versus machine anymore. It's man with machine. Okay. It's man with machine. So there are some success stories also, but because of the paucity of time, I want to say one more line to you. See, there is a knife in your kitchen. This knife can also be a weapon, but you are using it intelligently. So all of you use the AI tool very intelligently rather than submitting yourself to its fate that you take the decision on my behalf. So thank you for inviting me. I hope you enjoyed the lecture. I hope you have understood the consequences. I hope what is the thing which is coming up to you. What is the thing which you should learn? Okay, some of the areas in which you can make your career is just start thinking of the AI agent developer, and the skills needed are Python, API, prompt engineering. Don't think ChatGPT is a easy state of affairs. No, ChatGPT or any Google Gemini, it's having some settings, some temperature, some framework, and it's a whole different science. You are writing one simple thing that explains this thing. That's not a ChatGPT or that's not an LLM. It's having a science to it. Then multi-agent system architect, AI workflow automations like N8N, Zapier, Make, AutoGPT, LLM application engineer, AI memory plus knowledge graph engineer. These are the skills which are necessary. Human interaction AI designer. So LLMs are the brains, tools are the hands, memory is the experience, guardrails are the rules. Action orchestration is the workflow. Excuse me. And autonomous decision making is the initiative, and agent frameworks like LangChain help put all of this together in a working system. You should learn Gradio for making the AI agents. It is the package which is available in Python. Excellent package. Start learning. Within 6 months, you will become master. Hugging Face, NHN, Zapier. Recently, Google has also came out with how to make the AI agents. So I'll drop my contact details here. And I also request that you go through my YouTube channel, Dawal Mehta. Okay. Just write on the YouTube, Dawal Mehta. And I have uploaded somewhere around 1500 videos on machine learning, artificial intelligence, generative AI, data science, everything. So thank you. Any questions are there? Please ask. Any questions? Anybody?
If anyone wants to ask any question from anyone? Anyone from online? All the participants that have joined online, any questions? Thank you so much, sir, for sharing your valuable perspective on AI agents. We have now arrived at the highlight of our inaugural session. We are deeply honored to host a renowned academician from the Department of Languages and Mass Communication, Kathmandu University, Nepal. Please welcome our chief guest, Professor Dr. N.M. Adhikari. Sir is a prominent author and communication theorist who is internationally acclaimed for the construction and development of the Sadharnikaran model of communication and the Sanchar Yoga theory. His doctoral and postdoctoral research are interdisciplinary works on communication theory and Hinduism. Sir, Professor Adhikari's Sadharnikaran model of communication is included in the curriculum and taught in several universities across the world also. Currently, he is the professor and the head of Department of Languages and Mass Communication at Kathmandu University, Nepal. Sir is the author and editor of more than 60 published books. As many as 80 research articles written by him have been published in journals and anthologies from across the world. He is one of the most accomplished media researchers in Nepal who has led several research projects including supporting safety of journalists in Nepal and assessment based on UNESCO's Journalist Safety Indicators 2016. With that, I would like to invite Dr. Adhikari sir to share the relevance of Sadhanikaran model of communication in the age of AI. We welcome you, sir.
Thank you. Namaskar to all. I hope I am audible to you.
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Okay. Thank you. I would like to thank MET University, Madhya Pradesh, specifically MET School of Communication for organizing this international conference on AI and social science research, disruptions and innovations. It is my great honor to address all of you, including the Vice Chancellor and the guest of honor who delivered very insightful presentation just a while ago. I would like to appreciate Dr. Aditya Kumar Shukla for taking lead for such an initiative. So the Sadharanikaran model of communication, as all of you know, it was constructed in 2003 and developed over the years. It is a representation of communication process from Hindu, or you may say Bharatvarshiya perspective. It is a systematic description in diagrammatic form of a process of attaining mutual understanding, commonness or oneness among people, among the communicating parties, let us say. It illustrates how the communicating parties interact in a system. That system is called like communication process, or we may say equally the process of sadharanikaran. For what? For the attainment of Saridayata. So, Sahridayata is the core concept upon which the meaning of Sadharanikaran resides. It is the state of common orientation, commonality, mutual understanding, or oneness. Communicating parties become Sahridayas with the completion of the process of sadharanikaran, or with the completion of the process of communication, we become Sahridayas. In this slide, the sadharanikaran model of communication envisions communication for communion. Bharata's Natya Shastra and Vartyahari's Vakyapariya, these two like great treatises, great books from the antiquity. These are the primary sources, principal sources for the model. Most of the concepts drawn on, for example, Sadharanikaran, Sahridayata, Rasaswadana, Sakshatkara, Sravana, Manana, Nididhyasana, etc., are formal concepts that are firmly established on Sanskrit poetics, aesthetics, and linguistics, as well as other disciplines of Sanskrit tradition. Some of them are considered philosophical texts, some of them are poetic texts, some of them are religious texts. So, in overall, we can say they represent indigenous knowledge system. These concepts are the foundation on which the Sadharanikaran model of communication is established. So by now, this model is taught in several universities across the world, be it in India, Europe, America, or elsewhere. And everywhere they use the standard terminologies like Sadharanikaran and Sahridayata as untranslatable. So at least due to this model, people have learned a few Sanskrit words which are common in like other languages like Hindi, Nepali, Bangla, Maithili, and others which have like common heritage. So in brief, if we see the structure of the model, it is non-linear. It incorporates the notion of two-way communication process, resulting in mutual understanding of the communicating parties. Thus, it is free from the limitations of linear models of communication. So, in certain civilizations, there is the very concept of linear time, but in our civilization, the time is non-linear here, cyclical time, and this model represents that reality. This model, the Sadharanikaran model of communication, illustrates how successful communication is possible in such a society where complex hierarchies of castes, languages, cultures, and religious practices are prevalent. So, Sahridayata helps those communicating to pervade the unequal relationship, the asymmetrical relationship prevailed in the society, and the very process of communication is facilitated. It is not like assumption, it is happening so. Since millennia, people are communicating very effectively despite the hierarchies of castes, languages, cultures, and like many other things. The interrelationship between the communicating parties is of crucial importance in Sadharanikaran. Here, not the cause of the relationship, but the relationship itself is significant. So, in many societies, objective, the goal is highly emphasized. Here, the goal is obviously part and parcel of the communication process, but the interrelationship between the sender and receiver is also significant. For instance, take the relationship of guru and shishya. Take the relationship of husband and wife. When there is a marriage ceremony, if you like carefully listen those mantras, then Tadeva hridayam mamastu mameva hridayam tadastu. So my heart becomes your heart and your heart becomes my. So
So,
So this relationship is very important. What does it mean? It means the model gives equal importance to the communicating parties. The model shows that Avivyanjana, encoding, and Rasaswadana, decoding, are the fundamental activities in communication process. In other words, they are decisive junctures in sadharanikaran, or the very process of communication. When there is much importance for encoding and decoding, then there is much scope for like this linguistic like variations and philosophy of language, and much scope for human agency. So feelings, emotions, all these things. It shows that Hindu or Bharatvarsha perspective on communication emphasizes more on internal or intrapersonal activity. For instance, both the processes of encoding and decoding consist of four-layer mechanisms in its ideal form. Para, Pashyanti, Madhyama, Vaikari, and Sravana, Manana, Nidhi, Dhyasana, and Sakshatkara. So, communication involves more experience within than objective rationality of the sensory organs. It is not that objective rationality of the sensory organs will be missing there. They are there, but there is not overemphasis on them. With the provision of Sandarbha, context, uh, the model clarifies how meaning could be provided to the messages even if the sender is not identified to the receiver. We all know that messages are polysemic. Then how it is settled, how the meanings are like communicated. So Bhartrihari, around 2000 years ago, he settled that with the provision of this contextuality. And in the Western context, it was much later the scholars realized the importance of context. So the context is very important, and the intended meaning of any message can be ascertained due to the context without determining the actual intention in the mind of the speaker, just by taking contextual factors into account. Thus, due to the context, a text can retain its objective meaning. So communication becomes very like pragmatic due to this provision. So the Sadharanikaran model of communication, which I constructed in 2003 and developed over the years, and now so many scholars from across the world, they are contributing actually on this model. It shows that the scope of communication is much broader. So, as envisioned in the model, communication is broader enough to deal with all three dimensions of life. Adi Bhautika, physical, Adi Daivika, mental, and Adhyatmika, spiritual. So if you go to like mathematical model of communication, it is about like physical context of communication. Or if you go to like ritual model of communication, then they may like address the social and mental aspect of communication. But here, the Sadharanikaran model of communication provides basis for spiritual communication as well. In social or worldly context, communication is such process by which in ideal conditions humans achieve sarideta. In mental context, communication is the process of gaining true knowledge as well as similar mutual experience that is successful rasaswadana. But that is not the whole story. It has a spiritual dimension. So moksha in life is possible through communication. The goal of communication, as envisioned in this model, is certainly achieving commonness or mutual understanding, but the goal would not be limited to just this extent. Just as Vedic Hinduism always emphasizes to achieve all of the Purusartha Chatushtaya, that is four goals of life, Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. The model also conceives communication capable of attaining all these goals. Thus, the model is in perfect consonance with what is called Hinduism. So there is no rejection to like the physical world. It is the basis. It is primary. Any communication shall be successful in that level as well. But it shall not be limited to just that extent. So Sadharanikaran, the Sadharanikaran model has been like applied by many researchers for their research. When we were organizing an international seminar here, researchers found that Sadharanikaran model has been applied by scholars, faculties, and young scholars for analyzing like different phenomena, more than 50 areas like health communication, like this conflict resolution, like tourism, education, spirituality, even cybernetics and AI, and so many other fields. Scholars have already used this model. For today, I would like to take two examples, like one from Indian scholars, young faculties. They have conducted a research on human AI symbiosis, unveiling the inherent limitations of AI through the Sadharankan model of communication. And another is a young lecturer who conducted a research paper, and it has been published, Harmony in Communication, Integrating Sadharanikaran Principles with AI. There are many others. If you like have like a search with keywords, then you will find so many scholars from across the world. They have been conducting research on Sadharankan model of communication, or they are applying Sadharankan model of communication as their theoretical framework to study so many things, like classical things like Tantra or Srimad Bhagavad Gita, or very new things like cybernetics and AI. So if we take this human AI symbiosis as an example, in the unending discourse surrounding the potential replacement of humans by AI in the future, they have introduced a distinctive perspective grounded in the belief that such a substitution is impossible. It asserts that the invaluable intricacies of human communication, essential for fostering genuine connections, remain beyond the grasp of AI, but the Sadharankar model of communication obviously presents that finely. Employing the Sadharankar model of communication as the guiding framework, they have like embarked on a methodical exploration of human communication, dissecting the nuanced components that contribute to its depth and richness. Ugyal T. Lama, Yolmo, and Pooja Basnet. I'm referring to their work, Human AI Symbiosis, unveiling the inherent limitations of AI through the Sadharankan model of communication. So, through empirical evidence and comparative analysis, they have shed light on the inherent limitations of AI, providing a comprehensive understanding of why the Sadharanikan model of communication reinforces the irreplaceable role of humans in communication. So, by scrutinizing instances where human communication transcends information exchange, it is argued that the qualitative dimensions of human interaction defy replication by AI. Furthermore, a comparative analysis of AI driven communication and human discourse also has been presented. Rather than positioning AI as a substitute, the emphasis is on leveraging its strengths in tandem with human capabilities, emphasizing the collective potential of a harmonious collaboration between the two entities. So, if we say the like ancient texts, Natya Shastra and Vakya they represent the reality of then society, and in between there was like era of mass society where the communication flow was heavily like controlled by the senders or the sources, or we may say the authorities. But what happened with the advent of social media? Now, though we are connected through the like technology, but the kind of human relationship that was possible in ancient society has now become possible due to the advent of this social media, and even we may say AI. Now we may be like distanced physically, but virtually we are connected, and within that virtual reality we have more interactivity, we have more scope for our emotions, our feelings. Even within that we can create our own ghettos, we can create our own communities, we can have like even interpersonal relationship with any other person who is situated at a very far distance. So the Sadharanikaran model of communication has now become more relevant due to the advent of this social media and the AI. The Sadharanikaran model underscores the importance of shared emotions, asserting that empathy and mutual understanding are essential for effective communication. It advocates for clear and simple communication to minimize misunderstandings, ensuring that all parties can grasp the message, thereby making communication more meaningful and successful. So, active participation from both the sender and recipient is crucial in this model, as communication is viewed as a dynamic exchange. Both participants must ensure the message is clear and appropriate, fostering more responsive and engaged communication process. Take the example of interactivity, the extent of like it possible due to this AI. The model also recognizes the multiplicity of communication channels, textual, digital, non-verbal, and spoken, and acknowledges the presence of noises that can distort the messages. Effective communication requires identifying and mitigating these disruptions to maintain clarity, and with the advent of AI, now identifying the noises and mitigating with them has become more possible, and there is more scope for Sadharankan model of communication. So context plays a significant role in communication, with the model emphasizing that situational, social, and cultural factors greatly influence message interpretation. Understanding the context ensure that the communication is relevant and appropriate for the audience, and the context is now the mediated context. Okay, we are communicating in the virtual world, even in the real world, with the help of these all these machines. Finally, the feedback loop is vital to the Sadharanjan model, as it completes the communication process. Continuous feedback allows for iterative exchanges, enabling the sender to adjust the message based on the recipient's responses. Compare this to mass communication era. The feedback was much delayed and too few. But with the advent of social media, Web 2.0, and even more with the advent of this AI, now this feedback is immense. This the loop highlights that communication is an ongoing process rather than an one-time event. So, if we see the conclusive synthesis encapsulates the key findings, emphasizing the limitations of AI as unveiled through the Sadharankan model. It underscores the scholarly contributions of the study to the discourse on AI, human computer interaction, and communication studies. So the final thoughts echo the significance of acknowledging and understanding the limitation, urging a balanced and informed approach in navigating the evolving landscape of technology and communication. It is still evolving, and Sadharanikaran, the very concept of Sadharanikaran is time tested. So navigating disparities in human AI communication by answering the research questions is immensely useful. So to advance AI's potential in communication, apply the Sadharanikaran model to modern digital platforms. Several key areas have been identified. So if I take another example, which is from a scholar based in Australian University, Harmony in Communication, Integrating Sadharanikaran Principles with AI. It is by Biplav Acharya. He has explored the intersection of artificial intelligence, design, Sadharanikaran communication principles, and various theoretical frameworks to enhance mutual understanding in human-computer interaction. So, drawing upon insights from focus group and several theoretical insights. Then evaluating the effectiveness of custom instructions and prompt engineering on ChatGPT, he has analyzed the implications of diffusion of innovation theory, human-computer interaction theory, cognitive load theory, emotional design theory, and social learning theory within the context of Sadharanikaran and AI design. By synthesizing these theoretical perspectives and empirical findings. So he has explored the scope for like designing AI systems that promote solidariety or mutual understanding among users. So whenever like new technology has come, human society has treated it paradoxically. Some of us have treated it with like euphorism, very enthusiastic, but many others they have frightened with it. Like even television, they were treated as one-eyed monster. You will find if you search carving the one-eyed monster, a famous like essay on that. Likewise, when AI and other technologies are coming, some are saying, okay, they will be of great help to human being, but others are fearing whether these human invented machines will take over the human beings, and even there is fear of like having a large number of useless workforce and having so many problems in the society. But with the use of like with integrating sadharanikaran principles, with integrating solidarieta and integrating AI with sadharanikaran principles, so there can be more possibilities for authentic relationships which cannot be entirely limited and understood by monologues. It also includes emotions, shared experience, and mutual understanding. The AI design, in terms of sadharanikaran concepts, directs to two things. Not only does the AI need to be able to understand and differentiate words of all kinds, including humor, satire, jokes, and slang, but it also needs to understand various non-verbal expressions. This thought looks at AI as a tool that is not just for data retrieval, but also as a companion that will interact empathetically with users. Okay, in the growing domain of AI research in recent times, designing and developing AI systems that are capable of genuine and human-like communication has become one of the main focuses. And here lies the increased relevance of the Sadharanikaran model of communication. So, understanding Sadharanikaran principles and analyzing like it properly in order to harnessing prompt engineering for solidariety is of crucial importance. Prompt engineering is one of the fundamental aspects of human computer interactions, all of us know, which involves communicating with direct, clear, and concise messages to facilitate effective communication with the AI. So by adding emotional cues like rasa as defined in the Natya Shastra and as envisioned in the Sadharankan model of communication in the context of communication process, into prompts, AI systems can develop deeper connections with users, which will enhance the overall user journey and experience. So the role of feedback in AI evolution is immense. And if we see the Sadharanikaran model of communication, then we can see this has become like more relevant for addressing communication challenges with AI driven Sadharanikaran principles. So what we can say, AI, the intersection of AI development and Sadharanikaran principles is of crucial importance for communication in the contemporary or future society. Through a comprehensive analysis of various theories, it can be agreed that integrating Sadharanikaran principles into AI design and development process can be beneficial. Participants found that adding custom instruction to ChatGPT and prompt engineering to be highly effective in enhancing AI human interactions. The theoretical framework propounded through this Sadharanikaran model of communication, though it is taken from the like ancient texts, it is quite relevant to the present society. Why? It is due to the paradigm shift in terms of like interrelationship between the sender and the receiver. Now, like strictly identifying one party as sender and another party as receiver, it is not something real. So that was unrealistic, but that was at the core of the mass communication concept. But with the advent of newer technologies, now what I am arguing, okay, there is this advent of technology, there is addition of this technology, but the very communication environment is much closer to what like Bharata Muni or Bhartrihari were dealing with. Okay, so if we see communication in the age of AI, it is more closer to communication in the age of Natya Shastra rather than in the age of mass society. So here lies the contemporary relevance of the Sadharanikana model of communication. So this shows that our heritage, like various texts and the living culture, like UNESCO declared Deepavali or Diwali as like very important like heritage of human society. This is just few days ago. So we can have so many things from our civilization if we are ready to embrace our indigenous knowledge systems, then we can find so many theories and models relevant for even for like political science, economics, psychology, and obviously for communication too. So Sadharanikaran model of communication, it has already like witnessed more than 2 decades time period, and scholars from across the world, they have very enthusiastically welcomed this. I'm very happy to see that various scholars, not only from Nepal, not only from India and Indonesia and China, but from across the world, they have got like renewed interest to our ancient texts. And Sadharanikaran model of communication has become one of the like factors to like make them sensitive towards our indigenous knowledge systems. So and the research works on Sadharanikaran model of communication, I am seeing they are increasing with the advent of AI. With this much deliberation, I would like to conclude. Thank you for listening me. Thank you. Namaskar.
Thank you so much, sir, for your profound thoughts. To conclude this inaugural ceremony, I would like to invite Dr. Siddharth Sharma, sir, Assistant Professor, Amity School of Communication, to propose the vote of thanks.
It is my profound honor and privilege to propose a vote of thanks in conclusion of this insightful and intellectually enriching inaugural session of the International Conference on AI and Social Science Research, Disruption and Innovation. At the outset, I express my deepest gratitude to our Honorable Pro-Chancellor, Lieutenant General V.K. Sharma, AVS and retired sir, for his constant support, motivation and guidance. I extend my heartfelt thanks to our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. R.S. Tomar, sir, for gracing the event with his inspiring inaugural address. Sir, your emphasis on interdisciplinary learning and ethical AI research has truly set the intellectual foundations for today's deliberation. I'm equally grateful to our Honorable Pro Vice Chancellor Research Professor Dr. M.P. Kaushik, sir, for his constant guidance, his encouragement, and his scholarly leadership. We are deeply honored by the presence of our distinguished international and national speakers. I extend my heartfelt thanks to Professor Dr. Dhaval Mehta, VNS Gujarat University, whose address offered valuable perspective on AI's role in innovation, policymaking, and business. My deep gratitude goes to our guest, Professor Dr. Nirmala Manidikari, Kathmandu University, Nepal, for sharing such profound reflection on the cultural, ethical, and philosophical implication of the AI. I also take the opportunity to express our sincere thanks to Dr. Aditya Kumar Shukla, our convener and head of institution, for his vision, leadership, and dedication in successfully organizing this conference. His tireless efforts have shaped this academic initiative from conception to execution. A warm appreciation goes to the Team ESCO,
the technical support team, volunteers, administrative staff whose meticulous planning and hard work ensure the smooth conduct of this event. To all our scholars, presenters, researchers, and participants from India and across the globe, thank you for your enthusiastic involvement. Your insight, questions, and in contribution remain the heart of the conference. As we move ahead to the technical session and the valedictory program later today, I hope the discussion ignite new collaborations, research ideas, and innovative reflection on the future of AI and its social impact. Thank you. Ask all the dignitaries to switch on their cameras for a group photo.
Before we move on, I request all the dignitaries to switch on their camera for a group photograph. Thank you so much, everyone. We will now take a break for lunch. We will reconvene at 2 p.m. for the parallel technical sessions, where scholars will present papers on themes ranging from AI in journalism to digital ethics. The links for the technical tracks have been shared with you already. The valedictory session will begin sharply at 3:30 p.m. on the same link provided. Thank you so much, everyone. We will be starting the session soon. I would request everyone to please turn their phones on silent. Start with Good afternoon and welcome back to the valedictory session of the International Conference on AI and Social Sciences Research. I hope you had engaging discussions during the technical sessions. Now, I would hope that we will explore how AI impacts identities, communities, and narratives. We would again like to welcome distinguished dignitaries, learned academicians, and participants, as well as our esteemed guests online. To guide us towards the conclusion of this significant event, we are privileged to have with us our chief guest for the valedictory session, Professor Danilo Arau, joining online from the University of Philippines. Dr. Danilo is a professor of the Department of Journalism at the University of Philippines, Diliman College of Media and Communication. He is also faculty affiliate to the Center of International Studies at UP Diliman and a special lecturer of the Department of Journalism, College of Communication at the Polytechnic University of the Philippines. He is an esteemed figure in media and communication. He is the editor of Media Asia, a peer-reviewed journal published by the AMIC Center and Routledge and Taylor Francis Group, and serves as a convener for Contra Daya, a leading election watchdog in the Philippines. As a journalist, he contributes a column in Filipino for Pinoy Weekly, which is cross-posted in Bulatlat, where he also holds the position of associate editor. Furthermore, he is the board chair of both Kadar Productions and Alipatu Media Center. Having served as a visiting professor at numerous esteemed institutions and contributed to many prestigious academic bodies and publications, we are deeply honored to welcome you, sir.
Yes. Hello. Good evening from the Philippines. It's already 6 o'clock p.m. here, and thank you for the invitation. So at this point, I'll go straight to the point with regard to the valedictory speech. I have a few slides here regarding artificial intelligence and my specialization, which is journalism. This is just a review because I assume that you already know much of the concepts pertaining to artificial intelligence. So if you make a quick Google image search of the concepts of artificial intelligence and journalism, we will have the following pictures. So basically, it's about robots, it's about automation, and you can say that productivity has been enhanced given the fact that many of the tasks of journalism or even in social science research can now be done by artificial intelligence. As early as 2018, James has already said that artificial intelligence will be front and center of creativity and that it is something that will drive the media business. So there are already prospects of development or technological leap when it comes to artificial intelligence. Now, if you ask ChatGPT, it provides this particular answer on how AI can be used and abused in journalism practice. There's no need for me to read everything there, but we can also say that the technology, at least for journalism, can be used for transcribing, providing subtitles, for archiving, or even summarizing some documents. Of course, the negative side here is that in the media sector, that can result in retrenchment or firing certain individuals or certain positions that will be deemed unnecessary because of the introduction of artificial intelligence. And sometimes people, especially journalists and editors, can become too dependent on the technology. And how big is the industry right now as far as artificial intelligence is concerned? So if you look at the different aspects of artificial intelligence, actually there are several aspects. But for purposes of discussion, we can just focus on the 5 major ones. So robotics, sensor technology, computer vision, machine learning, and natural language processing. Now, for journalism and the social sciences, we pay closer attention to machine learning and natural language processing. And notice that these two aspects of artificial intelligence are getting, quite prominent as the year progresses. In fact, machine learning is getting a very much sizable share in terms of market reach or market size. Now, just to provide some basic definitions, although you already are familiar with these concepts, when we say machine learning, it focuses on the data and algorithm. Okay, so it imitates the way humans learn and how artificial intelligence improves as it gets a lot of prompts and as it gets a lot of input from human users. Now, natural language processing, on the other hand, enables the computers to master or to become experts in the human language. Just as an aside, I do remember that when ChatGPT was starting out and it was gaining popularity around 3 years ago, it did not speak it did not communicate in Filipino very well. But right now, its command of the Filipino language is quite comparable to an ordinary human speaking Filipino. So that part of natural language processing is important, not just in communication, but also in different branches of study. So if you look at case studies, these are some trends worth looking at. So right now you have magazines that publish articles that are AI generated, and prestigious publication in the United States is forced to update AI-generated sports articles to correct certain errors brought about by AI. So this is the kind of dependence that we talked about a while ago. It's unacceptable because if you want to be a good journalist, or if you want to organize a good or respectable news media organization, accuracy or truth-telling is an important matter which you cannot just depend on a machine to determine. So there are other global developments like content creation done through artificial intelligence. So even popular brands like BuzzFeed are already producing AI-generated articles, and some publications like the one in Germany, the Bild, it is already cutting costs by retrenching certain jobs. And when I was in Germany, I do remember having conversations with some journalists there, and they are worried about their own source of livelihood, especially the editors, because because there are certain arguments that say that you don't need editors anymore to correct the grammar because you already have artificial intelligence to do it. So these are just some worries. However, as in the past, if you are a very popular journalist, you are a star reporter or a star columnist, your job should be very secure because artificial intelligence cannot replace your popularity. But this is not the case for those who are not so popular or who are junior level or less famous journalists. In the Philippines, we are already experiencing the invasion, for lack of a better word, of artificial intelligence. There are already experiments with AI-generated broadcasters. And of course, on a more positive note, there are some news media organizations that already have guidelines on artificial intelligence. Okay, so at this particular point, I just want to share with you some insights that I provided. I think this was 2 or 3 years ago for Philippine television station. Wait, okay, here.
So the video is not audible.
Oh, it's not really audible. Okay, sorry about that. So I guess I can just give you the copy of the PowerPoint presentation so that you can watch this yourself. Anyway, okay. Okay, those two videos are not so important anyway. It's just me. But the point of the video is that it introduces two concepts. One is the word sentient, and the other is insentient.
Hello.
We
Sir.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, so we can share the video from here too, because I think when you share the slide, the audio was off for the slides. That's why it is not audible to us. If you re-share with the share sound, it can be audible to us.
Okay.
Just
Yeah, but
re-share the slides.
I'm sorry, again, sorry.
You have to re-share the slides.
I sent the slides already to the organizers, so anyway.
You can go ahead.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, yeah, I'm sorry about the technical difficulties. Yeah, but anyway, The slides are available. The organizers have been given copies, I think 30 minutes before this presentation. So to all the participants, I'm sorry, but you can just refer to the two videos maybe later on. But the bottom line here is that AI remains insentient despite the fact that there had been developments in natural language processing, in machine language, and other aspects of artificial intelligence. They still rely on human intervention, and in computer programming, there is the saying garbage in, garbage out. So, in the context of truth telling, sometimes if you tell lies or disinformation, or you feed disinformation to AI, it will assume the disinformation to be true. So it is not really that capable of critical analysis. There is a difference between pretending or mimicking critical analysis and actually doing critical analysis. Only the human mind and only, the brilliant mind of an academic can do critical analysis. Not just academic, but also other people who are well informed about what's happening in our society. But humans, we cannot deny the capability of sentient analysis. We are able to perceive and we are able to feel things that AI cannot do. So that's why AI cannot be expected to make judgment calls and determining what is ethical or unethical. So we've seen a lot of movies, but more than the movies, we have to really exercise our level-headed appreciation with regard to the promises of artificial intelligence, especially on how it can affect our lives and even the way we search for knowledge in our respective disciplines. Just some quick notes on journalism ethics. So we want to really maintain the journalistic mission of providing relevant information as we help shape public opinion. So of course, don't get me wrong, artificial intelligence can help improving our productivity, but we cannot totally depend on it to do the job for us. Because when we talk about certain journalistic expectations, factual accuracy and contextual accuracy can only be determined by the human mind. For example, facticity or being factual, you cannot ask AI to answer whether something is true or not. Because if it is fed with, garbage information or disinformation, then it will assume certain information, including the not so real ones, to be true. So therein lies the challenge for all of us. There are good things and bad things to consider. For example, AI can be very convenient. It can provide efficiency in our operations. And we can also maximize certain smart features like autocorrect, auto-edit. Although sometimes it can be irritating, especially if we're writing not in English but in our own national language or local languages. I've experienced that several times because so sometimes you have to turn off all of those smart features. Well, because the human mind is smarter than AI. Of course, we also have to consider certain tendencies in using AI because it can be very capital intensive. You have to buy not just the software, and sometimes if you are starting from scratch, you need a lot of chips, you need a lot of processors, high-speed computers even, to ensure that AI will be working properly. The tendency to be complacent is also there, as well as the tendency to be too dependent on the technology. We cannot allow that to happen. And of course, in journalism, this is very important. That's why I highlighted it in red font, in red color. Form becomes more important than the content. It's very unacceptable to do that. Form should be equal to content. And in fact, some people would even argue content should be more decisive than the form. But be that as it may, we cannot compromise on the content with regard to using artificial intelligence. So if you look at journalism and AI, and probably this also applies to various disciplines in the social sciences, there is a tendency to compromise the mission of the journalist. And we have to remember that contextualization or a more critical analysis of what's happening around us, it cannot be driven by artificial intelligence. It's still the human brain that should be the main factor in terms of analysis. And of course, AI cannot replace us, whether it's the journalist, the newsroom, the academic, or other humans. In other words, AI cannot replace the human mind. So these are just some of the references that I used for this study, for this presentation rather. And again, as regards the two videos, this PowerPoint presentation can be made available to everybody here. And to the organizers, you're also free to make this public if you want to, because knowledge is meant to be shared anyway, and it's not meant to be kept or gate kept by academics. So I guess that's it. Thank you very much for listening, and congratulations on your conference, international conference on AI. Thank you to Amity School of Communication for the invitation. Maraming salamat.
Thank you so much, sir, for your impactful concluding thoughts. To summarize the deliberations of the day and pave the way forward, I invite our co-chairperson, Professor Dr. M.P. Kaushik, Honorable Pro-Vice Chancellor, Amity University, Madhya Pradesh. Sir is a scientist and administrator of eminence who had an illustrious tenure at Defense Research and Development Establishment, Government of India, from where he superannuated as Director and Outstanding Scientist in October 2014. Before joining Amity University, Madhya Pradesh. During his tenure at DRDE, Dr. Kaushik traveled extensively on delegations to different parts of the world, including the USA, Finland, Sweden, Germany, France, UK, Tunisia, Czech Republic, and Switzerland. In recognition of his significant contribution to research and innovation, he has been awarded several prestigious awards and honors. A few to mention are DRDO Cash Award, Defense Technology Spin-off Award, National Technology Award, Technology Group Award, Scientist of the Year Award, and Agni Award for Self-Reliance. Sir has a rich academic background and has taught at MITS Gwalior as well as Utah State University, Logan, USA. An avid researcher, Professor Kaushik has credit over 181 research publications in national and international journals of high repute, 20 patents, and 9 technology transfer. Sir joined Amity University Gwalior in April 2015 as Pro-Vice Chancellor and Professor of Pure and Applied Science. He has been instrumental in giving impetus to research and innovation at AUMP. With his keen insight and in-depth knowledge of wide spectrum of subjects, he enthusiastically mentors and guides both members of faculty and students. With that note, I would like to invite you, sir, for the concluding remarks.
Thank you very much for your kind introduction. Professor Danilo Arau, Dr. Aditya Shukla, and all other faculty members. At the outset, I'd like to compliment Dr. Aditya Shukla, the HOI of the ESCO, Amity School of Communication and Journalism, for choosing this topic, which is very relevant today, and which has come out very clearly by Professor Danilo, that artificial intelligence cannot replace the human mind or human brain or human intelligence. So this has come out very clearly, and there are pros and cons also which he has mentioned. As we come to the closing moments of this international conference on AI and social sciences research, disruptions and innovations, it gives me immense satisfaction to reflect on the depth and quality and relevance of the discussion which we have witnessed today since morning. The conference has served a significant global platform and brought together leading scholars, researchers, educators, journalists, and policymakers, particularly also from the industry and students, who has contributed very significantly towards this topic, that AI in journalism. Just now, I was listening to Professor Danilo, what he was mentioning, that there are pros and cons. So it means there's a plus points also there, and there's negative points also there. If you look at the positive points, he has also elaborated very clearly that it has increased the productivity in all spheres of life, whether it's manufacturing, whether it's automobiles, whether any technical or in any industry, or even journalism also. The output has come out very clearly. But at the same time, the disadvantage or the negative points is, or the ill effect of the AI, which people are misusing it by creating a deep fake videos as well as articles, and sometimes biased narratives, particularly the political parties which are making use of the artificial intelligence for establishing the biased narratives. So this conference has come out very clearly that what are the plus point and what are the negative point, and how the students and the public at large should make use of the AI in their day-to-day life or in their professional life. The conference sought to explore how artificial intelligence has rapidly transformed the landscape of social sciences, which has come out very clearly by few examples which Professor Danilo has given just now, influencing research methods, communication practices, and broader societal structures. It provided a timely opportunity to reflect on the disruptive potential of the artificial intelligence, as well as the innovative pathways it has opened across the disciplines, which he was mentioning, that how the artificial intelligence, which is a part of machine learning and natural language processing, how it can be done. Initially he was telling that some of the languages were not able to process, but of late, since the AI came into being for the last 3 to 4 years, but right now almost all the languages are being processed very clearly, and then you can get the information. And he was mentioning about the chat GPT, that what kind of information you give. At the same time, artificial intelligence cannot tell you the right or wrong, or true or false. So it is the human brain, it is the human intelligence which only have to work it out and have to have the intervention in terms of interpretation, in terms of analysis, in terms of giving the final outcome of any the AI based data. So I'm delighted to see the enthusiastic participation from faculty members, doctoral researchers, young researchers and students, and the curiosity, questions, and engagement thought throughout the session reflect a vibrant academic culture that values innovations, rigorous inquiry, and continuous learning. I firmly believe that the ideas and the knowledge shared today will translate into stronger research proposals, high quality publications, which are expected in journalism, mass communication, and innovative experiments, and meaningful collaborations within and beyond our institution. And we can have the collaboration with all the partners or all the speakers, those who have participated in this international conference. The distinguished experts who joined us today have offered not only the technical insight, but also a vision for the future, who shared a compelling perspective on AI influence on cultural narratives, and their thought provoking lectures and demonstration have enriched our understanding and opened new avenues for research. I take this opportunity to congratulate Amity School of Journalism and Mass Communications and their entire organizing team for their meticulous planning and tireless efforts. Your commitment, from designing the technical program to coordinating resource persons from abroad for a large number of countries and ensuring smooth execution, has made this conference a resounding success. My sincere appreciation also goes to the invited speakers, whose expertise has greatly elevated the academic value of this event. Overall, the conference stood as a landmark initiative that not only deepened the understanding of AI impact on society, but also affirmed Amity University of Madhya Pradesh role in shaping the debate around technology, humanity, and sustainability development of a global stage, on a global stage. As we conclude, let us carry the momentum of today's learning into our ongoing and future research endeavors. Let us work together to strengthen our university contribution to material science and other areas, or other social sciences areas, and to position ourselves as a hub of innovation, excellence, and interdisciplinary research, which is the need of the hour. I'd like to thank you once again for all the active participation and insightful discussion and constructive engagement. I wish each one of you a great success in your academic and research pursuit. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. As we come to the end of this conference, it is time to express our gratitude. This event has been a true convergence of minds discussing how AI serves not just as a tool but as a social force requiring value sensitive design. Now, I would like to invite Dr. Manish Dubey, sir, Assistant Professor and Organizing Secretary of the conference, to deliver the formal vote of thanks.
Thank you, sir. Honorable Pro Vice Chancellor, sir. Honorable Vice Chancellor, sir. Respected Chief Guest, Guest of Honor, distinguished speaker, faculty members, student, and dear participant. It's my privilege to propose the vote of thanks on behalf of Amity School of Communication, Amity University, Madhya Pradesh. We express our deep gratitude to Honorable Chancellor, sir, Dr. Asim Chauhan, for his continued inspiration to organize this type of conference. Our gratitude to our Pro Chancellor, Lieutenant General V.K. Sharma, AVSM retired, for his guidance. A heartfelt thanks to Professor Dr. R.S. Tomar, Honorable Vice Chancellor, sir, for his visionary address and continued support. We are sincerely grateful to our esteemed guest of honor, Professor Deval Mehta, for their enlightening and thought-provoking contribution. We offer our profound appreciation to our distinguished chief guest, Professor Dr. N.M. Adkari, for his valuable insight, and Professor Daniel Aru, chief guest, joining us online for his inspiring participation. A respectful thanks to Professor Dr. M.P. Kaushik, Honorable Pro Vice Chancellor Research, for his meaningful concluding remarks and encouragement. Our sincerely words of appreciation to extend it to the Dr. Ajmal Shukla, Head of the Department of School Communication, organizing team, faculty member, technical staff, and volunteer for their seamless support, as well as to all participants who join us today. Thank you for all the gracing this occasion and contributing to the success of this academic gathering. Once again, thanks you all.
Thank you, sir. On behalf of Amity University, Madhya Pradesh and the Amity School of Communication, we thank all our dignitaries, international speakers, and participants for making this conference a grand success. Let us continue to foster these collaborative networks and drive socially responsible AI practices. We will meet next year. That's it for this time. Thank you. Jai Hind.